So sometimes people wonder what sort of criteria do we use to judge another person's character? How can we tell this person is really enlightened, this person is an arahant, or that person is somebody we can trust? Is this person somebody whose words we can take for granted? And we find that the Buddha actually talked about this in more than one place, and one in particular in the Anguttara Nikaya, the Book of Force. He talks about this particular issue, and he says, if you want to know somebody's virtue, somebody's kind of moral standard as being pure, if you want to know somebody's integrity and consistency in their dealings with other people, if you want to know somebody's kind of endurance and fortitude in the face of adversity and unfortunate happenings in their life, and if you want to know somebody's wisdom, somebody's discernment, depth of understanding, all these cases, all these different character traits, you have to have long association with them. That's the first thing. You can't just judge sort of on the spot, on a brief encounter, be totally dazzled by somebody's appearance and so on. You have to be attentive, you have to actually pay attention to certain details. You can't just take a kind of cursory glance at them or just overhear one or two sentences. And you have to use your wisdom or discernment. You can't be sort of confused, and you have to you have to use some discernment in the first place to judge another person. And the kind of things the Buddha advised to pay attention to, like to judge somebody's virtue, you actually have to see his moral precepts, so the level of his moral standard. Is it something that's being kept consistently, or are there areas which are really not good at all, which are, as he says, torn and spotted and splattered? He uses these particular words. If there are these like breaches of sila, of virtue, then you can come to the conclusion, oh, this person is not consistently virtuous. And with reference to somebody's kind of moral integrity when dealing with other people, then they should be consistent when talking one-on-one, when talking with two people, when talking with three people. So people who sort of talk behind one's back, when they are with another group of people, they are not to be trusted. And with reference to somebody's like fortitude and endurance, he says, well, if these unfortunate circumstances happen, and different things like blame and suffering and loss occur to us, then we should be reflecting on the universal impermanence of life when we are living in this physical form, individual form, and these kind of things sooner or later are likely to happen to us. And those people who can reflect on that, they will be the ones who can stand up to these happenings, to these even unfortunate circumstances. And in the last case, judging somebody's level of understanding, we should be carefully scrutinizing and observing somebody's utterances, what they actually say, the way they express themselves in conversations. When we ask them some questions, can they actually explain something with statements that are, as he says, deep, profound, which are connected with kind of a deep understanding, transcending the normal sphere of the worldlings. If we can discern these kind of subtle, refined statements that they make, then we can conclude, okay, this is a special individual. And he gives this very nice simile of the fish. He says, like, if there was a fish in a pond, which was a real big fish, and it would make ripples on the surface of the water, it would make waves, and a person standing on the bank observing the body of water could just judge from these ripples and the waves that, okay, well, this must be a real big fish. This is not just a small one. So that's how we should judge another person.